Rating, I found a decent one. It doesn't have a lot of regular resources. See right here. This is what I'm trying to get to. I don't know that I will, but I'm going to give it a try. And by the way, the only way that you can get that Sigma resources is to clean out all the regular resources and use the ship that I'm using. I've got the scavenger skin on it, so it pulls more than my amalgam does. I'll show you guys real quick. Okay, I've got 13.5 billion of scoop. Switch to the amalgam. I've got one with the ST on it. I'll see if I can pull that one.
Warriors might know they left the class. Here's a common thing that claims it's wrong with the Empire's plot forever and we know. War cries thunder as enemy ships fall in the realm of stars. He stands proud and tall.
See, I'm almost getting double. So, watching from the ashes, this legacy names in the depths of the content of fury. Yes, Nard is the way to go. It would be cool if it would lock in the first, whenever you get the first one, it would go the last one. That'd be a neat little scope thing you could add. You know, got some quick. That's all I'm going to do all night. I'm going to sit there and see if I can pull this guy down to where I can get his Sigma resources. That terrorism. Like 2 buildings worth of upgrades right there. If I can get to it. That is the key. And can I get to it? If you're gonna give it a try, like most guys that would have that much would have like 100 trillion of the regular resources. It would take all night to pull them down.
Beneath the holograms, his spirit ignites in the fury of combat. He takes to the heights. War cries echo.
I like to raid on Friday nights, especially if I can find 60 plus guys I can raid. That's resources they don't have for the leaderboard event for the weekend. Especially if I can get into the Sigma. We got encouragement next week, so everybody's going to make an effort to try to clean some people out that aren't using good shields. But even though we're doing that, I don't think it matters. The people who usually get raided on incursions don't care. They don't care if they lose all their resources. It's always the same dude, pretty much. You get the big wipeout. We had one alliance had a member who was in the hospital and I think he had a heart attack or something, but he was really the only person with an excuse. Anyone else, I don't care what it is, it takes you 5 minutes to shield. Less than that, it takes you less than 2 minutes. You have to log on and then you just push this button here. Nobody, we can use their alliance credits and buy them a shield if they ain't got it. There's really absolutely zero excuses to get wiped out during incursion. Zero. Except if you have a heart attack and you're in the hospital. That's probably an acceptable get. I have the game on PC, I got it on my iPhone, I got it on my iPad. it would be rare that I can't get on with all three of them. I can't think of an instance where that was a possibility where I couldn't get on any device. Even when we had that horrible freeze a couple of years ago, where we, like this apartment I was in right now, I was without power for 3 days, but I was able to go into my car, charge it up, and find cellular and keep myself guarded through that. There's really, I mean, there's only like 1% excuses that's acceptable on that. See, what I wish they would do is like the top 20 guys that get the most resources rated from them in a situation like that, to give up the 20 most points, they should be in a week-long tournament. And they should get booted from the top 2 people stay, and the other 18 get booted to a lower server. It's in a lower economy. I need to do something like that when you lose, or even if you win. The 20 biggest losers have to do like a survivor type hunt. Don't get anything extra out of it. They just get to stay or leave. They definitely ain't gonna get no extra prizes for being a loser. But on my server, there's about 4 persons who never shield and get wiped out almost every incursion. And it gets old. It gets old. I mean, I used to love the incursions. It was one of my favorite events that we did when it came in the month. But as we merged with 74, they have so many farmers and on this server that came from here that they just don't care if they get wiped out. They got tokens. They'll go buy more. So it doesn't really matter if they lose all their stations worth of resources. It just doesn't to them. And there's really nothing we can really do about it. Again, another mechanic that you have to rely on other people to have their crap together to be successful. And I just don't like it. I don't like when they do mechanics like that. Because I mean, we got a large percentage of our server that doesn't. You have like 95% of the guys on this server, they're gonna move and shield, but it's the 5% that just crushes us. Because usually they're guys with a lot of resources. They're Mr. Old McDonald, and they got their farm, and they don't care if their farm gets raided. And it really sucks for the other 95% of the people on the server to do what they need to do. Because this last one, like I said, the last one that we were involved in was embarrassing. It was embarrassing how many people. It was those people that, like I said, the 5% that just don't care. And then there was a few others, big players that got wiped out. Like one of them, I said, had an excuse because he was in the hospital. The rest of them did not. They just didn't care. makes the game, it makes the game not fun when you got people that, something like that, you have no control. It's not like I can go in and shield for the guy, or you end up spending your whole game trying to guard this guy from rated any more than he already has. And some people say, well, let us, who cares? Well, yeah, I do care, because it makes it impossible for us to win because we can't catch up. I mean, when we were on 75, we had guys that were like that. We had enough, we could go out and grind away and you know, make a comeback and barely win some of those. But you know, we do every once in a while come to a server that's worse about it than us, but it's very rare. I think it was like 3 incursions back. We had the incursions won in the first 45 minutes because there were so many of them that didn't move out of territory. We got some monster hauls. I think I got a pull of 23 trillion off of the guy in one that was in territory. I got like, maybe I got like 6 pulls from him before he said, oh, I need to move his shield. Or one of the people contacted him or not. It was a little bit contested, but they couldn't handle me, so I was still getting my scoops through my amalgam. I had 3, so I would send all 3, and 2 of them came back. That's great. If one of them got killed, I didn't care, you know. Because their ship, whatever their ship can take, in their cargo hold, I'm still going to get a whole bunch from when it dies back, and you can't take it all. But anywho, that was really the only one that we lopsided when we had, that we didn't have to grind all night. There's been a couple, I think the one maybe that was before the last one that we won it in the middle of the night. It was toe to toe. We were ahead in most of the incursions. But even though when I say that, these same individuals I'm talking about, all of them got wiped out. You know, we were just able to overcome it. The last time we couldn't. We had all those guys, and like I said, a few that were uncharacteristically poor on their skill discipline. Discipline. But let's see what he's at. He's got quite a bit. I just hope he doesn't wake up before I get to the Sigma. I'm getting rating points for it, so it doesn't really matter. Let's see where I'm at on the list. I'm at 8th right now. Closing in on 7 and 6. This is what we've got, like in the, you know, like right now, it's not uncommon for me to have 100 trillion of the regular resources in my base. When we come into that economy where, you know, trillions is like billions used to be in the other economy. Our rating was not one of the big things I was doing because it doesn't really help me a whole lot. I can't use it to trade in for Sigma at a very, very poor exchange. Let's see, I think that might be up here real quick. Let's go through the environment and show you how bad it is. Still got 17 hours. It is really the exchange rate for what is like 24 trillion for 200,000 or some insane amount like that. So getting this, I think he had 8 trillion when I started, getting 8 trillion of Para will help and make a pull, but in the big scheme of things, not so much. I get more from this archive when it's in the pool like right now. Yeah, see, I got not quite as much. I got like 38,000, but you'll get like 200,000 on one of those pools. But like I said, it's not that much more. Definitely not doesn't make that big of a big deal with these buildings that I'm building. Like some of them it does. Like it'll be when I make a pool, I'll get. When I do this upgrading a little bit, 460K. Now this one, look at this one here. No, I can't do it until I get the camera. Let's find another one. Okay, yeah, we'll do the hangar. The hangar's 2.4 million. So think about that, how much you have to raise to get 2.4 million for that. And then, but I look at it now as more of a defensive maneuver as much as getting these resources that I can convert. This is stuff that he doesn't have now. He's gonna have to regen and do that. If I can get, especially if I get to a Sigma, he's gonna have to buy or use up some tokens. And as much as he got, it was like he bought a pack, so he's probably got as much underneath as he's got on top. It was like he bought that hammer. He's got 3.8 million of the Sigma there. So it looks like he probably bought that hammer pack that's in the store right now. Which is a good pack for G6 players, especially. Maybe one, when you see that, that's probably, those are the best packs in the game, and they rotate. One week it will be station like it is today. One of it will be one of the ships. Then I think every third or fourth one will do research. To me, that one's the least valuable. The research when I usually don't purchase that, or I don't purchase the one that say right now I'm working on my battleship, and if it's an interceptor or something like that, I won't do it.
He lands, the darkness will break.
Sorry about that one. The night shift guys just texted me on my phone, asked me a question. I knew something happened, but it didn't happen on our side of the week, so I didn't know. So, yeah, I used to work night shift. At the first of the year, I went days after working nights for 3 different companies for almost 20 years. The only reason that I went to the day shift was because my doctors told me I wasn't getting enough sleep. That might be part of the reason my health issues, that I'm not getting the proper amount of sleep. Because when you're up this early in the morning. Well, I did fall asleep about 9 o'clock. I woke up hungry, so I decided I'm going to do some bit of raiding. I'm going to go take a little nap and get back up again. So I woke up like 1:30 in the morning and I was hungry. Because I didn't eat. I wasn't planning on sleeping. I was just planning to rest a little bit laying down, and I zonked out. I mean, it's good to sleep. Like I said, I wasn't. I was living on about 3 hours sleep a day at the most. And when I was sick, I went like a 4-day period where I didn't sleep at all. And because I was coughing so much, because every time I would lay down, I would cough my brains out. So yeah, until I got that under control, there was no sleeping at all. And now I'm yawning because I'm talking about sleeping, but anywho, I don't know that I'm going to get to all this, but I'm going to give it a try. I've gotten 5 trillion from this guy so far. Of regular resources. I've got another 4 and change. Yeah, I would make a call for my alliance, but those guys like to swarm it. And when they swarm it, it turns everything red. The only way I'm going to get a Sigma is if I don't alert anybody and they don't call this guy when it comes to skill. I definitely would love to give some of this regular resources to somebody that can use it, really use it for. But that's one thing I've learned from the Merge. The other guy, the 74 guys aren't good at raiding as far as keeping it stealth. And how you do it is you do it in an orderly fashion with not a frenzied pace. The frenzied pace is what turns the system red. Like right now, you see, I've been working on this guy for a while. The system's not red at all. But what you gotta do is do a steady pace, but not a frenzied pace. The frenzy pace turns the system crimson. Usually, especially when you're talking about trillions of resources, there's always a couple guys that won't buy into the game plan. So I do most of my work alone. Every once in a while, if I don't care, I'll call them in. Especially if I actually do want it to have to be contested, so I can battle with my ships instead of raiding. That's a good way to stir up some action, which I've been known to do. What's fun is stopping one and taking it from them. I've done that before too. Just take a raid from an alliance and say, sorry pal, this is mine now. Gosh, me and my friend that used to be in the alliance I was back in 74, we used to do that all night long. To me, that was when this game was the funnest, when we were playing, we would talk mayhem at night. It was the greatest. really found a mayhem buddy on this server since he left. Yeah, we would go pick fights with bigger ops players on purpose. And there was a couple of guys before 75 ascended, where everybody was stuck at 39 was the highest you could go. And we got our 34 ships about halfway cleared up because we were better coolers than they were. We could own their ships. And it was glorious. You know, guys would sit there and buy cloak juice like it was crack cocaine, man. Trying to beat us with the cloaks, you know. And what we would do then, we would rotate. I had a D4. That was my big ship at that time, and I would rotate it with the Rienta, because it's small too, and I would get them to waste cloak juice on a Rienta. That would be so funny. We used to laugh so hard at that. And it's funny when you got like 3 guys that are 5 ops ahead of you, and they just give up trying to stop you from raiding or one of their alliance mates because they can't do anything about it. That's the glorious feeling in the world. They would try hard, and they would realize, man, we're not going to stop them, so they would just give up. I miss that. I miss that fun. See, right now, there's limited fun in this game right now because the politics on this server for a lot of them. There's a lot to do with it. And that's one of the reasons why now I don't like the Alliance format. I don't. I do wish this game was a lot more friendlier to solo players than it is, but it's not solo friendly at all. You can't even do any of the solo armadas unless you are in an alliance, which is totally stupid. But I've played other games. I played other games like I used to be in Soldier Inc. and a couple of other games that I played on Facebook. And it was always the same thing. And I've tried to avoid being in an alliance as long as I could. I don't think I joined an alliance until I was Ops 22. I think I joined one because at the early in the game they make you join an alliance to complete those early missions. I do that and then I just drop. Play just as a solo player until I was like 22, and then I joined a very low-key alliance, but it wasn't helping me in the game. The only good thing about it is I probably made my best friend in the game when we were in that alliance together, and eventually we both moved to the alliance I was telling you about that I was in. Most of the time I was in on 75 and made I don't know, a dozen friends out of them. Most of them were not playing anymore, unfortunately. Most of them are. A lot of it had to do with politics on the server that made the game unfun. The part that we like to do to have total mayhem at night, we lost that because politics on the server. Now I wished I could get those people back and at the close to the level, equivalent level now, what they would need to be, what they were then. I could maybe make my tier 1 alliance that I want. See, like right now, this one I am in right now. On the alliance tournament, last time I looked, there's 101 people in this alliance. So I think like 65 people have done at least one pass. And yeah, that's not real good, but it's better than the other two that I was in briefly when this thing started. I mean, the last one I was in, I only take 50% participation. And the one before that was pretty much a little bit better than that, but not much. That's what I'm saying, but the numbers, the power numbers, or whatever they put with don't mean anything when you got that many coattail riders in your alliance. Like, tonight we did wave defenses. And, yeah, spectators. I needed the points, so I didn't. A lot of times, like on the second time, if they were joining the second one, if they were a spectator, I would balance them. So I needed the points so I could complete that DeMarco milestone or DeMarco, because I needed the board, not the board, but the section 51 points, so I could pull the Syndicate XP in those. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to, I guess it's in 7 hours when the reset. I'm going to be able to make about 3 upgrades on my station, I'm hoping. And I'm going to at least take this to tier 8 and hope I can get close to tier 9. Like I said, at tier 9, the cubes become secondary. PvP plays. Because if you don't know that, I know y'all are seeing guys dominate you with those cubes, but once the ship, whatever, I don't care which level the cube is on, once you get a faction ship that's equal level, like say it needs to be, to level it up, you need it to be tier 9. Well, your tier 9 ship's going to be better than your cube. Unless, like my cause can't kill the cube of equal size because of the triangle. But this 66 Interceptor is a cube killer, and this one will kill it too when it gets up. Because right now it's still below it. I still got a little ways to go, especially if I can get up to tier 11. No dice, man. That thing's gonna crush those cubes in this game. And I'm looking forward to it. Getting really close on getting the first set of blueprints completed for my first 70 ship. Really, really close. Maybe might have it by this time next week. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm killing you on this stream because I've got all my blueprints now. I'm still. It's going to be. The whole thing is going to be how many Sigma speed ups I can earn. 15 hours on doing the grind I'm doing. Is going to be the factor on how fast I get to 70 now. I'm pretty close to getting both those legs that I need. There's 3 legs on this thing. Let's go through it real quick. Here. I've got to have my hanger at 69. I'm going to take that to 68 today. And I'm really 1, 2, 3 upgrades from getting the refinery to 69. And now I'll just have to get my platforms and carrots up to 69, and I'll be able to do at least one of those today as well. So the upgrades I'm planning on doing is planning to do this one, and I'm going to go out here and take one of these 67s to 68. But what I'm going to do, this is the one I need to be 69, the f-stop. So I'm going to go and just fall it backwards and do the least amount of these I have to. At the level I'm at, they don't matter. They put a lot of points up here for you. So there's what gives you the most points up here are these carrots. If you're a guy that just wants to be flashing with the numbers, you need to upgrade these every time. And you're gonna get some crazy looking numbers for your power. I just know they don't make that big of a difference, really, in the scheme of things. They're just there to take mats and to be a roadblock to get you to the next pop. That's what they are to me. But, anywho, let's get back to raid. But you can see I'm getting really close. No, I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet completely yet. I have a game plan as far as what I'm going to do with my ship and whatnot, but as far as my gameplay, I'm mulling two options right now on what I'm going to do on turn 7. And I'll tell you, one of the options most of the server won't like. I can tell you that.
They strike like a storm in darkness lights. Captain Jack Spade.
But yeah, I'm just going to have to work on trying to get this guy down and see if it happens. Alright. Take a half of taking a half a trillion. Right now, I'll take my banner down so you can see it. For a minute. See, I've got 377 trillion of the regular resources and 143 trillion of the tri and a trillion dilithium. So the other day when you heard me when I was killing like my Rocaran and so it didn't matter, it don't matter. You got that much resources, and that doesn't even count what I have in my the tokens below. I got more in tokens than I got showing, believe it or not. So let's put the banner back up. Somebody wondered if I did this to hide stuff, but the biggest reason I do it is because I don't, my alliance, I don't want their attack to be seen, and I like the graphics. Graphics kind of shows, does what it does. Like I said, I'm not afraid to tell you how much resources I got up here. I'm not pretending that I'm free to play when I'm not, like some guys are. But I'll be honest with you. Most of that 300 that you're seeing, 150 of it is from raiding the last 2 nights. Believe it or not, and I also have made 50 trillion draws and converting into the Sigma Tri, It's not a Sigma Tri, but Sigma Para. So pretty much 200 trillion is server 74, not mine. There was somebody else's. But I'm telling you, if you got the cash, that the hammer pack for the for the station is really good. It's got a lot of Sigma speed ups in it. I don't see how those like I said, those are usually the best packs. But the thing is, compare it, like yesterday there wasn't another station pack in there, but if you haven't bought, there's going to be a station pack because of the weekend, like they always do. Do a comparison of the stuff that you need. Now, that's the best way to go. Like I think whatever I can't remember the section 31 or whatever pack that they're putting in there now. One time the regular one that happens every weekend had more titanium in it than the other one did, so I bought that one and not the one for the. Then I was working for my Interceptor. I was working for this bad boy here, and it had a little bit more stuff in it. I mean, it had more speed ups and stuff in the section 31 one, but the thing that I actually needed, I ended up buying that one and not just buying the section 31 one.
They strike like a storm in darkness lights. Captain Jack Spade, the legends will play with the warriors.
His warp pin special. They got one at the station, so you can see where I bought one last time. It was giving me the 2 one, which is cool. It's a little bit cheaper. One of 2, but you can see the other one is not because I didn't buy them. I ended up buying like I said, instead of buying this one, I ended up buying the one that pops up on the weekend. But this one's not bad, but I'm pretty sure the Hammer has more stuff in it. So, but that's a good one to get in the store. With the Hammer. Most of the time. Alright. Keep going. This might, if I do this, it might be the longest stream that I ever put on here. It's going to take a while to get this guy down to where I can get his Sigma stuff. Like I said, I don't know if that's going to be possible, but out of the last couple guys that just had a lot of Sigma, this is the closest I've seen that I wouldn't have to go through 100 trillion worth of resources to get to it. His alliance is real active, so I'm sure if I put this out on my alliance, this thing turned crimson, it would be fantastic. Not that I'm worried about any of those guys, but it just gets messy slow with the normally I almost want that, but right now I'm wanting to see if I can get to the Sigma because he's got a lot. I would love to have his. And I would get the Sigma fast once I get to it. It's 2 scoops in this additional 2 scoops, and I got all the Sigma. Maybe 3 for most. I was thinking 2 scoops. But I'm working to do that with the Romulan 68 binding chip 2. I've got 2 of those, so if I'm going to do any warp raiding, I'll have 2 of these monsters to go and get resources from. I think I'm like 100 blueprints away from unlocking that one. And I'm almost got the skin too, so I've been working both on them at the same time. All my hazard patterns are going to that right now. Anytime I earn 7,000, I go in there and grab a skin. Let's see how far away I am. Do that. I was working on before I got these are working on that. Well, I don't need them anymore. So I'm not quite halfway there on getting my gold skin for the 68 Romulus and Miner, but I'm getting there. Really close. Then I'll have two of these monsters to go out and grab resources. About the only time I'd ever really used the good cooperative. And I don't like to do that very often, but there are times as an alliance we went and purposely went and incorporated some guys. And that's pretty fun too. Usually that we'll have some guys try to contest it and end up being a spectator, watching their buddy get drained. That's pretty fun too. The fury of combat, he takes to the heights. War cries echo, the stars bleed red in the wake of this fight. When I first started pulling from here, I was getting like almost 20 billion. Now I'm down to 8 and some change. No, just under 9, I guess. But what's weird about it, when you got the guy's got a punch, you can empty that out quickly until you get down to like where I'm at right now. It slows down quite a bit. And then when it gets into the billion, it's even slower. But if he does wake up, he's gonna find a lot of his resources gone. I'm just hoping I can vault him. Get all that Sigma. Like I said, I'm not in a losing situation. Even if I don't get it, it'll be a bummer, but he got me in this one exchange almost by himself. Or at least half of one almost. But like I said, that's at least 2 or maybe 3 building upgrades with Sigma Terra if I can get it. And maybe, I think you have, yeah, that'll make me several ship upgrades too, so I can get that try. And somebody wants, I'm doing this because somebody requested that on it, and they wanted to see if I was talking about raiding this new ship. They wanted to see it, so I'm going to post this on YouTube later. And hopefully the guy who asked me about it will do this video. This is my go-to now. Like if we had a way to scrap the amalgams, I'd probably scrap all but one for a backup or something like that. Or something where it's very contested and I don't want to lose. Have to pay the repair bill for the gas power here. But I would definitely do some scrapping. I've got 3 amalgams. And if you're an earlier player, you can't go wrong with getting an amalgam or a what's the name of that ISO ship? I can't think of the name of it right now. It's way down here. And you see I've got 3 amalgams. Oh, here we go. Meridian. You can't go wrong if you're, especially in your, in your 30s. Like I said, the officers are the most important, but if you're in a situation where whatever you're going to earn in the store is not going to get close to tearing you up or whatever, it's not going to really help you. A good second option is the amalgam or the meridian. You're going to really need both of those ships to make life a lot easier for you in this game. You don't see me doing it now because if you look at my territory, except for except for I think this takes that when we go. You see, I'm pretty well got everything done that's important in here. But I don't engage with it very often. What I did later in the game is some of the junkier crap in there. I just saved until we had like a research event where the mats didn't matter. It was just completing the research. We haven't had one of those in a long time, which I guess now is good for me because I don't have a lot of research left that I can even do. It doesn't cost a bunch of materials. Because I've got, I would say, probably I'm close to 90% done with all the research and all the trees. I mean, there's some that I got completely done, like the shuttle, outlaw, the space station one pretty much. Somebody's got to get a space station to tier 30 before I can get those last like 5 or 6 of those in there. I'm done with the galactic one, or galaxy one. Done with 99% of the station one, and I've just got the very back part of the combat one, just using all the Sigma stuff. And the hazard particles. That's the only ones that I have left to do in this game right now. All the rest of it's done. I mean, some of the, I don't have in the spaceship one. I don't have the 2 new ships research done because I don't know that I don't know what I'm even going to engage with. I'm going to pull them for free because they may end up locking something back that I need behind some kind of event that I got to have that ship. That's the only reason I'm pulling the blueprints for those every day. It doesn't have anything to do because I don't see myself, even after I get both of those ships unlocked, I don't see myself doing very much with them. It'll end up being like my Botany Bay, which never gets taken out of the shed. Because if I'm in an alliance, there's always one of these lower players that's going to have like ships. Because they're in the situation where they got to have as much of that stuff as they can, you know. They're going to have that, and I can use one of my bigger ships for the power in that formation. So I'm good to go. And I can actually, the neutral one, I can go all the way up to the 63 formations and solo that leg by myself. I don't need anyone. I just need people on the other 2 legs to complete the thing. Feeling good. And I may do that if I end up going solo again here soon. That's what I'll do is I'll hook up with one or two of the alliances that I am friendly with, and ask them if any of their guys do MOs. Then I'll carry the individual leg myself, and they can do the other two. I probably could have done that before, but it was late at night, and I just wanted to get the score in the event. And then once I joined here, I think I had 4 sets of directives, and then we ended up doing it for the last event that had the formations. By the way, gotta be close to being able to pull these in. That means I've got one directive from the last time I was on. To me, it's not really worth going up there and doing one. I'm taking, I guess, somewhere between 6 and 8 from this guy so far. And once you get below a trillion or where I'm at, it's slow sledding. Even with one that's taking double what the amalgam would, slow sledding now. See what goes on. Right there. 7.8. You can see it's going down fast now. I mean, I could put 8 bar in there and do a little bit. You see, almost half. Big bar wouldn't be that big of a difference. But yeah, that's the big question is I don't have an FP just because it takes like 68,000 of those rods to unlock it, which I'm working on right now. Once I do, I'm real tossed on putting the Klingon crystal FP or putting the rating FP on here, which I've got on the amalgam right now, which gives it a boost. I would love to know what that would be. Now, if I end up getting ideally it'd be great if you get one more of these Gashton arms, and then I would use it primarily for raiding. Use the other one for mining. That's what I would like to do with this, is to that's what I would like to do with this. I would like to have an extra one just for raiding. You know, I don't know, depending on how long we stay, where G6 is the top of the top, I may get a chance to do it with my faction credit. But that's probably going to be at least 4 months away. So I have plans for my faction credit even after I get done with my 70. Yep. So it might be a while before I get one. Hell, there could be a chance I get the second Romulan one before I get a clean on it. and I'll use it for. I don't think it matters. I don't think the fact is gonna make one better than another. I think they're gonna just be the same. That's the way I've noticed it with the other ships. There's not like one faction minor is better than the other. Just numbers on, just the jerseys on them. And the design of the ship is a little bit different. So I do think this was, out of all 3 of them, I think this one is the cooler looking one. Whoever, I'll give kudos to the guy who came up with this one. This stuff looks like what a Klingon vessel would look like. Kudos. Man, I'm stumbling my words tonight. But anyway, hopefully we can get this guy. Get below 2 trillion. I still got another trillion in try over there. I'll see if I can pull gun. Okay, I'm under this billion there. But basically, I still got 3 trillion to pull down combined. But I'm more than a third. I'm 2/3 of the way there, getting to it right now from when I started. But I started I probably made the 2-hour shield should be coming up here soon. We're gonna take a little break. I might stop the stream at that point. I'm sure this is not the most exciting stream to look at right now. Just watching a guy raid over and over again, but I kind of broken it up a little bit, so it's not too boring for you guys. But someone requested they wanted to see this 68 ship in action. There you go, bro. I did it for you. Usually I only do like 1 stream a day, if I can. Now work days, I'm not going to promise you guys a stream. Because when I get home from work, I'm really exhausted and work so I should. Getting used to working days from nights has been pretty, I won't say difficult, it's been hard. I mean, I've basically turned my life upside down. The one thing I am missing is we got shift differential pay. So going day is costing me like $2.50 an hour. Maybe just a little bit more than that. So I'm not that part I'm not digging at all. Yeah, the overtime was outrageous. I rarely turn down overtime because the money's insane. A lot of this gameplay, my hills come off of overtime day. I haven't had a whole lot of it lately because I've been sick, so I've been culling that stuff down. Now, the way my shift works, I work 36 hours one week and 48 the other one. So I get a built-in 8 hours of overtime, but this next check will be the first time I will get the 8 hours overtime, the normal 8 hours overtime, because I've been sick and I've either been missed work because of the pneumonia, or I've had to go to the doctor, and usually the steroid shot that they give me for these usually makes me sleepy, so I would go home and crash. Usually that means I hadn't slept I went to the doctor, that means I hadn't slept in a couple of days. And once they get the shot, it relieves some of the inflammation. Then it's easier for me to sleep. I usually go home and crash. But I feel, even though the cold kind of run me down just a little bit, I feel better than I have since July. Because if some of you don't know, I caught COVID in July, and I've really been sick ever since. I mean, I've gotten better in spots where I thought I was on the other side of it, but I was getting some allergies, and allergies just trigger the whole thing all over again. Like, in July, I almost got pneumonia. I came really close to it. I had a really bad case of bronchitis. The part where I had to go like 3 times in 1 week to get the chest X-ray. Got a little bit of upper respiratory infection between that and in December. The end of December, I did catch walking pneumonia. And got better. Believe it, hear this crazy story. My pharmacy didn't give me all the antibiotics. They only partially filled it. And then like 10 days later, they called me with the other pills. I'd already went back to the doctor because I didn't get well, and she already prescribed me another medicine at that point. And because of that, I relapsed. I got the pneumonia again, second time, and that was just pure recently. Like 2 weeks ago. But now I've got my medicine. Ended up going to my ear, nose, and throat doctor and getting my allergy shot so they wouldn't pile up on it. That's what happened last time. When I got the pneumonia, I was almost well, and then all this crazy cold front through there, and I'm really allergic to cedar. Cedar gives me upper respiratory every time, and so I got right back upper respiratory pneumonia, like within a couple of days. And so I mean, I didn't have to go to the hospital. She was classifying it as walking pneumonia, which I don't know what the difference is, to be quite honest. They ended up having to be hospitalized, but this last month and a half has been like the most miserable month and a half of my life. I can't remember when I've been sicker, and pretty well pissed off everybody at work because I missed it. And then having to miss it. The thing they don't know is I would have missed a lot more if it had been up to my doctor. I told him, no, I need to go back to work. So basically, I missed like 5 days of work in the last month and a half. I mean, don't like that, but it is what it is. I was sick. I mean, I was really, really sick. And basically for me, if I'm not contagious and I can drive, I usually go to work. Just can't get somebody pneumonia. Shift there. Maybe that one was still around. Well, I'm really stuck at 2-hour shield and Mercy Shield. I'm ready for a little bit of a break. I'm gonna fill up my Dr. Pepper and see if I can finish emptying this guy. But the lower, oh, is that it? No. 2 hour shield. Or you'll get 10 minutes. So when the 2 hour shield comes up, I'll end the stream right there. You know, probably as broke as this game is, maybe it won't come up in 2 hours. Yeah, I was real frustrated, especially not. I was really frustrated Thursday night with the gameplay because I was trying to do some wave defenses every time I would try to enter the system. My PC would crash. It would be a hard crash where I would have to reboot my computer. And I'm glad I wasn't streaming. It would have put me offline, and it wouldn't have anything on the. I had to go back in there and just release the stream. Today I didn't have that problem. I ran 3 wave defenses tonight. Didn't have any problems with it. But there was some, it was really some of the weird things that showed up last night. There's a couple of weird things that happened on the stream on Thursday night that y'all saw. And then last night before I went to bed, I was going to send out some miners, and on my PC, all the super highways were locked, and I couldn't get my ship up where I wanted it, and so then I go to my iPad. It's fine and dandy, but on the PC client, all of your super highways and most of 6-star stations you were locked out. This is weird. It was only on PC, not on OS, iOS, I guess. And I checked on my phone, it was saying it was okay on the phone too. But that didn't surprise me. They're similar clients, so they won't. Usually if one affects one, it affects the other. But I've had times where I could play something on my phone, didn't know my iPad though. That's always the truth. Wow. I've got so many. I like the iPad one better. I can scroll faster. I've noticed it's 2 hours and got too slow. I just want to throw, because I'm kind of hoping that the 2 hour shield will be showing up soon so I can take a break. I'm getting awful thirsty over here. I watched the first 3 episodes of the new Reacher. It looks like it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to the Yellowstone prequel, 1923. I think it's going to debut tomorrow night. I'm really looking forward to that, and that feels like it was going to be a really good series. I really like the Yellowstone stuff that they put on, the 1883 was kind of a heartbreaking story. It's funny. You get people that online want to see it do that. I'm like, okay, it told the whole story. It was not, with. I think you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it, but there was a definite ending to that, even though it was, the Dutton clan settled where they were at, and you got, what we see in Yellowstone now, but there was a definite ending to that limited series that they did, so. I thought it ended perfectly. I mean, it was a heartbreaking ending, but we should just go ahead and just focus forward, like they did. I've heard that they want to do something in the middle of 1923, and what we see there and use the actor that was playing the young John Dutton in the Yellowstone series to be the main character of that, and then of course he'll have younger versions of his kids, but I think that could be good. And then I think they're going to have like this new one where Michelle Pfeiffer's in, where I forget what the name of that series is called, but it's supposed to be in the same timeline as Yellowstone that just ended. And then you're hearing all kinds of rumors online that how it ended, they're going to continue on with those characters. I'm not going to say, this or that, because I'm sure other people haven't seen it. If you haven't seen Yellowstone, you need to look. It's worth your time. It's a good series. I think it would have been an even better series if Kevin Costner's ego wouldn't have gotten in the way. But Tony Sheridan was able to make chicken salad out of chicken crap because of what Costner did, and the story made sense. I think it would have been better if Costner wouldn't have done what he did. But I am sad for him for his Horizon project not taking off like he thought it was going to. Because Costner is a really good storyteller from all of his movies that he did. Dancing with Wolves to Bodyguards to a couple other. What was that other Western he was in? That one he was with, I think it was with Robert Duvall. I can't think of the name of that one. That was really, really good. I mean, he's done some really good movies. Of course, Field of Dreams, Bull Durham, you got so many good movies. He's a good actor. And I think he's trying to make a power play move on Yellowstone, and it didn't work for him. And it's sad when you see that, because it could have affected more than just him. It was good that it pretty much mostly affected him when everything went bad, but what if the network didn't want to do the series without Costner and all these actors, all hard work, they never got to finish the project. That was a real possibility. glad they didn't do that, because the story ended up being pretty good the way it happened. Come on, man. I'm hoping that shield comes up here soon. Yeah, those 2 hour, that 10-minute break when the 2 hour shield comes up is a good thing. Gives a chance to, right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get me a drink or use the restroom. You can kind of just rest a little bit before you get into the action. Now, the longest I've ever rated a guy, I did one for over 10 hours. 10 hours. It was a different economy, so even though I was 10 hours, the guy I didn't like, for number one, so I wanted to vault him. So there was a little bit of a personal thing there. That was like a personal touch on that. But what I've gotten more resources from this guy tonight than I got from the 10 hours. Again, we were still in a 5-star economy, and very few people even had $1 trillion in resources in that deal. I know, like the lower players on our server, the 4 and 5 stars complain about us, the 5-6-star players, but when we were 5-star and 4-star, there was no such thing as even the welliest whale on our server didn't have $1 trillion in resources, and then you can go to a bunch of these bases where somebody's shielded. Like this guy cat right here. You would have never seen that on somebody's base. It's kind of lower guy. Well, you got like 4-star players and you got trillions in resources. That just didn't happen back in the day. Somebody had 100 billion. That was a mother load. You hit 100 billion base, and that's why the numbers I had before we went to this economy where I was top rated with there was daylight between me and number 2 was way more impressive than what the guys got now, because like I made up a bunch of points tonight. Let's see. Yeah. See, I put up, I think I was at 148, whatever the number, what trillion or whatever the hell that number is there. My goal is to put myself back in contention for number 1 again. Because really, there's not much left. Because the politics on this server, there's not much left to do other than that. I miss the days where we had month-long wars. I like the month-long wars because you can lose a lot of your coattail riders in that deal because they couldn't handle the heat. It's like an old story back during the Soviet Union days when the Christian church was persecuted there. they used to meet in secret places. And there's a story I've always heard. Like one missionary tell one time that over there they're meeting in secret, and all of a sudden the Soviet police crashes them, and a few of the parishioners go out the back door and run, and then the Soviet police guy sits down and says, "Now we can have church." You know, that's kind of the way I feel in this game. There are two guys, and two high-level guys that if the alliance they're in goes to war, they immediately find somewhere else to go and weather out the storm. One of them quit here recently, which I was glad. The other one I think has quit too. I think if somebody's playing his account to keep it alive. I don't see him on that often. He used to be on all the time. We used to get in arguments. That would pop his ass every time I saw him. I don't ever see him. I don't like that. I think the general chat in this game is for mental midgets. Don't really read it. There are some times where it gets defaulted. I'll see something there and I go, what? Look, where it defaults into general chat. Like right now, most of the time when you're in an alliance, it always defaults to alliance chat. Sometimes my alliance mates will say, hey man, you need to read this. And I'll go in there and read it. Rarely ever engage with people on there. It is not worth my time or energy. I just ignore trolls. I do that on YouTube. I mean, this channel, the Stage World YouTube channel that is like probably my 5th YouTube channel, maybe 6th, I think. But I've always monitored the comments, and if I see it's a troll, I just I don't acknowledge the guy. I mean, and when I say troll, I'm the guy I know that's trolling me. Like, if you read some of my comments, there are people who will disagree with me, and I will state my case or agree to disagree with them, because everybody's opinion. Everybody has a right to their opinion. Whether I agree with it or not, or you agree with mine or not, everyone has the right. I'm not censoring people. But if I think a guy says, hey, you're the stupidest guy in the world, or something, you know, that's the way he's wrong with it, that automatically gets deleted. It also gets flagged by YouTube, but I also delete it. And one guy, he didn't like the thing I had to say about them giving people shortcuts on the route. I mean, it was very profane. He got flagged by YouTube, and they asked me if I wanted to report it. I just said no. So, dude, if you're watching this and you're still pissed off, you could right now not have a YouTube you might have to end up getting a new Google. But I didn't report it. Even though the language, some of the comments that said in there would have got me banned for the year. Like I said, I don't care if you don't agree with what I'm saying or you think what I'm saying is wrong. That doesn't bother me. Because I'm going to play the game the way I'm going to play the game. Now, have I learned stuff from people and I've been wrong from time to time? Yes. No doubt. If you get into it, if you ever, I don't care if it's what kind of educational thing you're talking about, you got an instructor who thinks he knows everything about everything, and you know that guy doesn't. I've been in the same field of work for 40 plus years. I learn new things every day. With my experience, helped me out tremendously every day. Yes, it does. But I can't be so closed-minded. I don't look outside the box from time to time for a new way or a better way to do things. I mean, I think you probably witnessed it here. You can see the genesis of my videos to where when we get new PvP officers or PvE officers, I'll test them out and see if they're as good as the ones we currently have. And sometimes you can say, well, this one's pretty good, but it's not as good as the one we have now. But let's wait until we hear the nuts on. And that happened with the Kirk brothers. That wasn't my primary crew. Like I think maybe even if you look back in the legacy reel, I think the crew that it used as my main crew was Janeway, Doctor, and E-Data. That was my grinding crew forever. Until the Kirk brothers came into play. I can't remember who I used with Janeway before E-Data. You know what? I don't think I used Janeway before E-Data. I think I was still using the Strange New World. Yeah, Strange New World was top dog. It wasn't until E-Data came to the picture with Janeway and the Doctor that they surpassed Pike, Kimmer, and whoever the other officer, depending on whether you hit, depending on the hostile you hit. That was the meta for a long while. And when E-Data came into the game, it was kind of a game changer. It was just who to put with E-Data. And now I think the crew that you saw me use with E-Picard, Janeway, and E-Data, that one may be better than the Janeway crew. Now, in fact, I think it was last time I checked it. So that's my number 2 crew, even though I use it over Kirk Brothers when I'm trying to get loot, like for the Gorn or for silent enemies or something like that, where it's not the number I need, it's the loot. I always go with E-Picard. Now, the only time that changes is the aquatics, and I'm using the Arctic crews for the aquatics. And I can't believe this thing hasn't gave me a 2-hour shield yet. It's been way longer than 2 hours. Let me look on my stream. Yeah, I've been streaming for over an hour and 34 minutes, and I was rating before I rated for at least probably 20 or 30 minutes before we started. But this shield's got to get coming up any time now. Okay, I got it. I'm sorry I missed your message here, guy. Okay, here's a message. What do you think if I'm going for the Denver or Ketchner? You know, both are intercepted. Would you go for... No, I think the Interceptor's the best ship. If those are the ones that you want to work for, it's going to take you a long time to get to 7, a while. So you can see that I've got mine at tier 11. I'm not going to take it any more up. That's as high I'm going to take it as tier 11. You see, I can do some upgrades now, and I'm not going to do it. It's going to go to... but I will advise you to, since you got the cube, I think it wouldn't be a bad idea to get both the Explorer and the Interceptor at 66. So you got the whole triangle covered. You got the battleship covered with your cube. You got your 66 Interceptor and the 66 Explorer. So you got your. So it won't matter what enemy you can come up to. You got a ship to counter that. But I will tell you, I really like this. Now, I saw a dude. I don't know what his. He may have went and spent a crap load of money for that premium. Mirror dust stuff that's in the back of that, and his research is out the world. But I saw a guy build up their Akura, had it pretty much tiered out, and was able to take out the cube of this size with it. I mean, I can almost do it. Mine's right now is at 9, I think. If the guy's weak on his research, I can take a 15 out, but I can crush a 14, no 13 with this thing. But as far as this ship, it is a really awesome ship. I love it. But I'm an Interceptor guy. Interceptor is my primary ship, no matter what I'm doing. I'm sorry I didn't see his comment earlier. I didn't figure anybody would be commenting this late at night. I figured this was mainly going to be for YouTube. But my advice was to get them both if you can. If you got the... If you got the... because I think you're going to have the... You're going to find out all the upgrades you're going to have to make to get to 68 and 69. You're going to have the time to build up both ships. So I would go ahead and build up your 66 Interceptor, get it to like tier 9 or so, and then go to your Explorer, build that up, and that way you can be storing up your crystal and your Interceptor parts, so when you do get your 7 ship, you might be able to take it up a couple of tiers out of the box. So that's pretty much what I'm doing. A couple weeks ago did my last upgrade, and you can notice the ones that I did do on this one. I did do the shield, and I did do the armor on it. The rest of them I probably won't do. I mean, once I get my 70 ships situated, I may go back to upgrade it just to compete in events and stuff with, but I think I'm done with these 2 ships because I've got them both at tier 11, and I'm going to take this Titan to tier 11, and once I get to 70, as you might have already seen, I've already got most of my blueprints for that Ketchner at 7. And I'm also going to make the Enterprise E at 7. And probably what I've heard on some different channels that we're not going to be going to 7-star face anytime soon. So I may have the time to build up those ships and then maybe even get the Romulan battleship. I probably won't do much with it. I just think it's maybe one of the cooler looking ships in the game. But from my experience, always the Romulan epic battleship is always the weakest of the 3 ships. Which doesn't make sense because you can see you put that strike team in one of these cubes and they're monsters. So it's got to be game design. But I think it's a cool ship. I wouldn't mind just having one. Does that answer your question, man? Thanks, anytime. But so what I use, we've got a couple of guys. I'm just going with my server. We've got a couple of guys that got this ship geared up, but this cause crushes this ship. It absolutely crushes it. It was the first one that I made because Klingon has always been my primary faction. But yeah, like if you're not wanting to go ahead and make the Titan like I did, I just did it because I like it. I like the ship, and primarily it's going to be my battleship when I get to 70, pretty much. Because after I tear this up, maybe to like 9, it's going to be stronger than either of these. Until I take this, I think I got to take this to. Get it to tier 16 where it takes up to like 25 million. I have to take my 76 ship, my 70 ship to tier 6. So, yeah, so there'll be a little gap where this Titan ship's going to be the strongest battleship of my bunch, and these will be secondary. But once I get the 70 ship unlocked and get to tier 6, my big cube, the one that's I've got all the upgrades set for this, that one will go to tier 16. And then when I get my Enterprise E up to tier 16, then I can take this one up. But my primary focus when I get to 70, until I get my 70 probably to where, I don't know, probably tier 7-ish, because that's when you get, this is my Titan deck, close to that, it's tier 7. You get at least 4 slots at the bottom. If I get at least 4 slots at the bottom, then I may start work on the Enterprise. But I'm probably going to take the Klingon 70 ship to at least tier 9 before I even start working on it. Because it'll be a monster at that point. But see, right now you can see I have the battleship crew in there, but I don't normally put it there. I was doing wave defenses earlier, and I used this one here to practice big base right here. All right, let's go back. Well, what you need to do? Okay, there's my 2-hour shield. I'm gonna wrap this, but I want to answer your question before I wrap the screen up. So what you need to do is work in mirror space, man. You can look at that video where you saw me clear out the rep milestone to where I don't, because right now, guy, I don't have any. I've got all my factions. You can see I've got them maxed out. And where I did it in two, really from like 15 billion to the lockout. We're done really in 3 places. Or really 2 places, to be honest with you. Okay, before there was mirror space. And if you can use your cube, you can use this to earn you stuff with the cube. Go into, because I was working on Klingon like you, well, you're working on Romulan, so you probably want to be here. Let's go find the mine. Go into this system here, the 67 system. That's a good place where you can dock and use your cube to do work on your cube. That's a good place to work on the reputation and regular space. But the one I'm going to highly recommend is going to mirror space. Okay, there are 4 systems right here. You got your 60, your 68, and your 70. Once you can go in with your cube here, you can probably do it with your 60 ship too. Just, you're going to have to not use a rep crew with your 60 ship, with your Rotaran or whatever you have. You can go in here and pound on it until you get your cube up to tier 15. Once you get your cube up to tier 15, you're golden. You're golden in this system and this system. But to get the max amount of reputation, I would go into this system first, take your hull to about a half of a hull, then slide back into this system and finish it out. That's how you're gonna get. That's how I did it. That's how I maxed out all 3 ones. And the way I did it, most of my Klingon was done in the Romulan 66 system that has where you can dock and has the Sigma Tri. Because I would mine that while I was doing hostile. That's just before this began. But when this was a deal, I already had enough for my 66 ship. I was already there. I just went up in here and finished it out. But I would say all my reps from 1 billion to 500 billion and Romulan came in these 2 systems, and everything from 15 million on in my Fed came in these 2 systems. So you can do it really fast because it's not hard. It's not hard to do, like if you do like take one of these reputation boosters. It gives you an hour. It gives you 2 runs. You'll probably the last 5 minutes of the last one you won't have it. But in those 2 runs, it's not hard to get 9 billion in reps in 1 run. It's not hard at all. Yeah, Romulus 70 is a good place to go. Like I said, I took my Romulan reputation from 1 billion lockout to 500 lockout, 500 billion lockout in these two systems. Right here. It can be done, and it's when you do it and you don't buy the rep or take a bunch of shortcuts like there are in the game right now, it's real satisfying once you get to the end. It's hard work, but it is satisfying. That's why I was so angry when now they're trying to give people shortcuts that are too lazy to grind. I know a lot of people took it the wrong way, but that's just it. When you work your butt off trying to better yourself in the game, and they give somebody the easy route to undo your hard work, that sucks. But man, thanks for chatting tonight. Anytime you're on there, you can go on my YouTube channel, Stage World on that one. You have to put Stage World and Star Trek Fleet Command, or you're going to get the game page. There's somebody that has a Stage World that talks about the card game. So if you just put Stage World by itself, you're going to have to wade through a bunch of those to get to it. I didn't think of that when I came up with the idea for the name of the channel, but I like the name of the channel so much I'm not going to change it. But anywho, so I'm glad you got to get on the stream, watch the stream some tonight. Like I said, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night on the stream, and hopefully I can clean this guy out and get that Sigma stuff. Until next time.